Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Savannah and today I'm going to be testing out the Blendiful by TATI Beauty. Here it is. I'm very excited, and also I'm going to be doing an eye look using the TATI Beauty Textured Neutrals palette volume 1, and I'm really excited because I've shown this palette in my YouTube videos before, but I've not done like an in-depth video or tutorial or opinion on how I like it or not. So if you guys are interested in that, please go ahead and watch this video, and also don't forget to subscribe, please. It would greatly help me out, and also go ahead and like this video. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I just went ahead and zoomed you guys in just a little bit. I think I'm just gonna do my face first, and then I will do my eyes later, because I feel like most of you guys here are probably here just for the Blendiful review. But if you guys also want to see the Textured Neutrals palette review, just go ahead and wait till the end of this video. I will put a little timestamp right here if you want to skip ahead at any point or anything like that. But I am just going to do like a quick little rundown of the product and what you get whenever you purchase the Blendiful. This is the little package that it comes in. It just says Blendiful, and it has, I'm sure you guys have already seen it before, but this is the big Blendiful. It's really cute. It is pretty big. Like, this is like compared to my hand, this is how big it is. And then you get the little guy, which is like perfect for like precise baking or something like that. So these are like the exact same product, it's just one's really big, one's really small. So yes, and on the back it gives some cleaning instructions. It says machine wash and dry in delicate laundry bag, or gently hand wash with warm soapy water and rinse thoroughly and blot dry. So I have heard from a few people say that it does dry fairly fast, so it's not like you have to wait all day for it to dry again. If you do purchase one of these, the packet, you get these two in one packet, so it is $18. That's how much it retails for, and then you can purchase this off of TatiBeauty.com. That is the only place that she is selling her items right now. She's not she doesn't have any other retailers. She's just doing it on TatiBeauty.com, and you can also get, obviously, the Textured Neutrals palette on there. No, this is not sponsored. I know that somebody's already gonna try to come for me and be like, this is sponsored. Sis, listen, I wish I was sponsored by Tati Westbrook. Okay, Miss Thing, we stan Tati so much, and I love her so much. And I quickly want to say that though I love her very much, this is not a biased review. Again, I'm not getting paid for anything that I'm about to say, and these are just my honest opinions. So I'm gonna try to do my entire face using the big Blendiful or the small one. So I'm gonna try to do everything from primer to highlighter, everything. So that includes primer as well. So I'm going to take, this is my Tatcha silk canvas. Yes, okay. And then as you can see, I have gone through the freaking crap out of this primer. So I'm just gonna like take it, I'm gonna take it like on this like little end and just kind of sandwich it in like this. And I'm gonna pick up a tiny bit, just like that. And I'm just going to kind of dab this around like in my pore area a little bit. Here, I need to get a mirror, hold on. Okay, so I am just kind of stamping the primer into my pore, like the areas that I do tend to have more pores, and I feel like that is definitely helping, which is really nice. I'm gonna pick up a tiny bit more and do my forehead and just kind of pat that in as well. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do my foundation and which foundation I want to use. But I recently picked up the Clinique it's not the Even Better, it's the Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. But this is the foundation I'm going to be using today, and this foundation does come with like a little applicator. I'm still going to apply it like this. Obviously there's no point in putting it on the back of my hand and then applying it that way whenever I do have the little applicator. So I'm just, oh no, it just got some on my lip. Okay, but I am just applying a normal, this is a normal amount for me. This might be a lot for some people, but yeah. And let's see here, I'm really nervous to like mess this up, because I don't want to mess this up. This is what the sponge looks like after I use the primer, so you really can't tell. And wait, I feel like I should apply a little bit more because I'm nervous. If anybody wants to call me out on my freaking acne, go ahead. I don't really care, because I did like pick my skin right here last night, and I shouldn't have, but you know, here we are today. So I'm going to start like patting this in. Oh my god. Are you seeing this? Okay, so I'm just like patting it in right now. I have seen some people swipe. I've seen some people like blend, like swirl, but I feel like patting might work best. And then I need to, I'm kind of doing like a patting and blending. So I'm like trying to make sure everything is evenly dispersed. That is what my skin looks right now with just the bottom half of my face blended out. I obviously still need to do my forehead, but this is what my skin is looking like right now. And granted, I don't have any concealer on or anything like that yet, so my under eye bags are not in perfect condition, but that is okay. Really good so far. I'm not having any problems with like my pores being enlarged or anything like that because I did apply that pore primer. The next step is what I'm really nervous about because I really want to try cream contouring with this. So for cream contouring, I really love the Huda Beauty Tantour, I believe, in the shade Fair. I think this is a really good product. Clearly I have used so much of this product and I'm trying to think of where it's best for me to how should I apply this? Should I do like, I think I'm gonna do this little edge right here. Oh god, I'm nervous. Oh god, I feel like that was a lot that I just picked up. Okay, so I just picked up a tiny, I don't know if that's tiny bit or not, but I'm just going to pat that in like I am cream contouring like I normally would. Okay, so that applied it. And then just to help blend it, I'm going to go back in where I just blended out my foundation with it and just kind of pat over the top so it looks blended. It doesn't look very blended right now on camera, but for some reason it does in person. Like that looks perfect in person. So I don't know. Let's try this again. Okay, so that like firstly applies it. And then I'm just going to go back over the top where I applied my foundation. So it's just like a nice like little subtle contour. I don't like anything too intense whenever it comes to a cream contour. I do like for you to be able to see it though. And I am going to do my jawline a little bit. And this one I am kind of swiping because I feel like it's just kind of easier to swipe this on like that. It applied the cream contour very naturally just because I was really nervous about it looking really patchy or anything like that. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I really like this. It's probably one of the best drugstore concealers that I've ever tried just because I like to do like a nice like little general highlighting area. It looks really fair on camera for some reason, but it looks like a slight little highlight in real life. It's not this as intense, I promise. Under eyes, I use the same powder on my face, but I just use two different colors. So for underneath my eyes, I use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Fair, and it's number 05. And then for my face, I like to use a mixture of these two colors, which is the same powder but in the shade 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up 05 just so that way I can go ahead and have that set out for whenever I go to bake. Now I'm going to take the little Blendiful and I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, the loose one, and I'm just going to take this guy like this and go right underneath my eyes to bake. My skin looks so good. There's no pores. There's no pores. There's nothing. What the heck? So I will go ahead and say right now that I'm going to do this period just because I do this anyways after I use my powders, but I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Fix Plus just to help soak up some of the powders and that just gives like everything a more natural look. I'm just going to do everything right now as far as my face makeup goes with the Blendiful. I couldn't think of the name for like 2 seconds. So I'm going to take my Fenty in the sun. No, it's Shady Biz. I'm going to take my Shady Biz bronzer and I'm going to apply it on this side, which is where I have not applied anything on it yet. So that is what it looks like with the bronzer picked up, and I'm just going to tap some on my hand just because I don't want it to be too much, and I'm just going to pat. Like, I don't understand how this is making it look so good. God, I haven't thought about blush. Oh God, how am I gonna apply? Do I do it with the baby one and just like, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna take the baby Blendiful, that's so hard to say, the small Blendiful, okay? And I'm going to take, okay, before anybody comes at my throat, this is a Kylie blush. I typically do not buy from Kylie Cosmetics at all because I really don't support her and I don't think that she makes the best products, but I've heard a lot of good things about these blushes, and they were on sale at Ulta whenever I bought them for $10. So I was really wanting a new blush, so I ended up purchasing it. It looks way more intense on camera, but this is the shade Baddie on the Block. Tati, what voodoo magic, sis, are you doing? How is this looking good? I don't understand. I mean, I do understand because Tati would never sell anybody a crappy product. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I don't think she would at all. What? How is this looking so good? I feel like it looks like a tiny bit patchy on camera, but it does not look like that at all in real life. For my face, I'm going to take the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. Look how freaking gorgeous that is. It is beautiful. And I think I'm just going to take the Baby Blendiful again and use this side because I haven't used this side for anything yet. I'm going to squish it a little bit and take a little bit of product just like that. Oh, and that's what it looks like on it. It looks really cool. And I'm going to, again, tap off a little bit. That is it for my face makeup. It looks so freaking beautiful right now. Everything looks really, really smooth and blended. And I'm going to finish off my face using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And I'm just going to do a couple spritz just because I don't want to apply too much. Okay, so that is it for the Blendiful review portion of this video. Once again, this was 100% a first impression, so everything that you guys just saw was a real opinion of mine. If I had to give this a review right now, I'm gonna look like, my skin has never looked so beautiful and poreless. Like, it just looks so good. Like, everything just looks smooth, everything looks even, there's no texture. She seriously did such a good job, and if I had to rate this right now, it would 10 out of 10. Like, it's so good. Like, I would give this like a 5 out of 5 stars. Like, it looks so good, and my skin feels like really, really good and smooth. Everything feels nice and set. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my brows really quick, and then I am gonna do a tutorial on the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. I'm gonna quickly do my brows off camera, and then I'm gonna do, I think, a fast-forwarded version of my eyes. So yeah, I think the first shade that I'm gonna go in with is I'm gonna mix the orangey one and the purple one. I'm gonna use Matte Story and Matte Poet, and I'm gonna mix these two together, and I'm gonna take this on a more smaller, precise brush. This is a Morphe Jeffree Star AS 6. Yes, JS6. And I'm going to take a little bit of both and just kind of mix these two. And I'm going to start by packing this on the lower lash line slash like outer corner of my eye, like the outer third. I want this color to be super, super high or anything like that. So I'm keeping this fairly low and starting to blend this in a little bit. I'm just going to take a little bit more of a, let's see here, do I want to use this one? I'm going to take a little bit more of a fluffier brush. This is the Jeffree Star X Morphe JS5. This one's a good bit more fluffy than the other one. And I'm going to take the shade Soothe, which is the matte as well. I'm going to take some of that, pick that up, and I'm going to start just kind of going on the edge. So you see like where this starts to kind of fade out. I'm going to go on that edge and kind of scratch and do like really, really tiny circular and windshield wiper motions to start getting that blend. So that way it is not a super, super harsh line. I'm going to take the Aura shade and I'm going to take that glitter right there. But before I do that, I'm going to take the metallic version of Aura, which is this shade right here. I'm going to pick it up on my finger just like this. It is super, super pretty. And I'm just going to kind of pat that a little sloppily on the inner half of my eyelid. Laid down as a base, I'm going to take the glitter now and I'm going to just pick up a little bit with my finger. That's actually kind of a lot, so I'm just going to tap that off. And I am literally just patting this on my eye. I don't want this to be super, super precise because I feel like with the glitter, it looks really, really pretty. How it's just kind of like blown out and just really, really gorgeous. So I like that look personally, but if you guys want to be a little bit more precise, you are more than welcome to. For the kind of like in-between area, because you can see it's really, really dark right here and really light in here, I'm going to take the metallic version or the metallic finish of Poet, which is this one. It is really, really pretty as well. And this is going to act as a nice little transition between the two. And I'm just going to kind of pat that in between that area and just kind of blend it a little bit. But that is pretty much the eyeshadow look. I just am going to throw on, I'm going to do a little bit of a powder liner with the black matte memory shade. This is the best black that I have ever freaking worked with. Last but not least, I'm going to do the lower lash line now, and I'm going to start off with a tiny bit of Ritual, which is the really, really dark brown, and Soothe. And I'm going to tap that off and I'm going to start smudging this on my lower lash line. Okay, so this is the final look. I just went ahead and threw on some mascara, and I just pumped up the mascara because I really did not want to apply lashes right now. I just did not feel like it in the slightest. And then also did my lips. This is what we are here with. So I really, really love how my makeup turned out. Like, the eyeshadow does nothing but like performs beautifully. Literally, I feel so gorgeous right now because like everything just looks so nice and blended. The shadows blend perfectly as well. As you guys can see, I was able to create a really, really easy eye look with this. If I had to give both of these guys a review, I would definitely recommend both of these. I will go ahead and say that though this is absolutely amazing, I'm not gonna say that this is absolutely a necessity. I do love my beauty sponge still, like a wet beauty sponge. I love it. I think I'll always like still use that from time to time, but this is really, really great. I do have a harder time recommending tools just because I feel like each person has their own things that they're kind of used to whenever it comes to using makeup and like what their preferences are, but this makes my skin look so freaking beautiful. I was able to do my entire face from primer to highlight, everything, like cream, contour, foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, literally everything, and everything looks beautiful. The only thing that was not up to par, I will say, is the highlight, just because it was a little bit more like more of a subtle highlight, which if you like that, that is great. That is completely fine. But me personally, I just like to have a little bit more of a shiny highlight and for it to be a little bit more impactful. Really, really love both of these products. I definitely give the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals Volume 1 a great review as well. I really, really love that. And also as well as the Blendiful. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my review. So I hope that you guys really, really liked this video and also hoped that you liked the finished product as well. So if you guys would like to, please go ahead and subscribe, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
That's true.
I look like I've had I meant to show Will those videos, but I forgot to.
No, Will.
Babe, I said stop.
Babe.
You played too.
Babe.
Wait, I need my clue.